Knee jerk. It's typical of Man United after a poor start to a season. Big links today to Marco Verratti. As far as talent is concerned, he's an impeccable football player. He's an individual that many Man United fans, and I'm sure Arsenal and Chelsea, City, even Liverpool, Spurs, fans from all around the world have probably, groups of fans, especially from each fan base, have probably wanted Verratti when you look at it from a talent ID perspective at their club for the past 5, maybe even 10 years, 30 years of age now he is, turning 31 this season. There's links today that Man United might come in and hijack his move to the Middle East. That comes from some fairly credible French sources who state that Verratti has an agreement in place, but the Saudi club are yet to agree a fee with PSG. It is stressed that a rule to Manchester United cannot be a move. Sorry, I think they meant to write translate it to Man United cannot be ruled out. Bayern Munich also inquiring as well. Look, yesterday was another embarrassing performance, especially in that second half, and Man United look all at sea. And a lot of us are getting PTSD. A lot of us are getting frustrated. We've had this with all of our previous managers. We start to click towards the end of LVG's first season, sort of make it into the Champions League, and you sort of think to yourself, you go in this summer, you buy Schweinsteiger and co, and everybody starts to get excited. Next season falls apart, come 5th. Jose wins trophies. The following season, we come 2nd. We're not completely bought into what he's doing, but we're progressing and getting better. And you think, right, this next year, maybe we can go to an even higher level, falls apart. Ollie, a lot of us hated his football, but we kept on getting better. We come 2nd in the league. We feel like we're progressing and it falls apart again. Last year, we progressed, start the season really badly. And the feeling comes back of, are we falling apart again? And I understand it. But genuinely, if this transfer rumor is true, and I wouldn't put it past us, we must stop this shit. We have to stop it. We cannot go and buy a player like Marco Verratti. Now, let me stress, him being 30, turning 31, is not my concern. That isn't the bit that I'm most stressed about. It's an element, but it isn't the bit that stresses me. It isn't the bit that's concern. It's the fact that this man is a crock. And he's been a crock. And I know I'm about to offend a lot of people, but he has been a crock in a team, in a league, in a team that has an abundance of talent in an average league. Now, I don't mean average like that France doesn't produce top quality players. I just mean in terms of competitiveness. It doesn't compete with La Liga. It doesn't compete with the Premier League. I just don't believe it's there. And this man is a crock. 110% a crock. And I want to just forget his ability for a minute. Ability-wise, I love him. He can't play. I was looking at his career. He's only played, over 30 league games twice since 2008. At Paris Saint-Germain, where he's now been there a decade in France now. It's crazy how long he's been there. Only once has he played more than 30 league games. Last season, 29. Season before that, 24. Season before that, 21, 20, 26. And look at what I'm going to show you next may or may not shock you, but 1 page of injuries, 2 page of injuries, another half page of injuries. Look at the abundance of injuries this man has had. Colossal amounts, and it's not slowing down. This stinks of Thiago to Liverpool. This stinks of Schweinsteiger to Manchester United. A player past his best, at the latter end of his career, with injury problems on top. This would be a disastrous PR-based move. a lot of the Tacticos and Baller FC will love it because aesthetically, Verratti will appease them. He looks like the kind of player they want. I want a player that looks and plays like him, but it's got to be somebody that can stay fit. You just go through his injury record, legitimately go through it here. Hamstring injury, hip problems, dead leg, calf problems. One of them here for 7 days was an unknown injury. Hip injury, knee injury, fitness concerns, knee injury, knock, coronavirus, fair enough, okay? People got that. Thigh problems, hip problem, he had corona twice. Twice, man, got corona. Bicep, muscle removed, that was 38 days out. Abductor problems, calf injury, corona. Man got corona 3 times. This man's a sick note. Knock, thigh problem, knee problem, calf problem, ankle injury, tear in the abductor. That's the second time he's had an abductor problem. Before that, another abductor problem, groin injury, strain, minor knock. Can we keep going here? You go on to the next page of it. Groin surgery, torn muscle, minor knock, minor knock, ankle injury. His body is absolutely beaten. It is falling apart, crumbling. And if Man United sign him, it'll be like remember David Hay 2.0 came back against Bellew and was a shadow of himself. That is what's going to happen in the Premier League to this guy. He will get chewed up. Chewed up. He'll get destroyed. It'll be like watching Ian Beale try and fight Phil Mitchell. Pointless. The aesthetics won't cover it either. The thing with aesthetic players is that when their bodies let them down, as we've seen with Thiago fully fit in his peak at Liverpool would be levels. They can't do it anymore. That's so many. I didn't count up how many injuries it actually is. I didn't bother. It's too many. My brain hurts. I stayed up and watched the UFC last night, so I'm knackered. No one's body works well after that. This man's a professional athlete, and he got corona 3 times. My dad is rolling on 70. He's about 25 stone, hasn't done a day of exercise since he left school. And he only got corona once. This is a professional athlete who's had it 3 bloody times, and they were living in bubbles. How bad's your immune system? Man United have got to stop this nonsense. As a football club, it's a mess right now. Ten Hag's got to find a solution. We have to go into the market, but we have to find players who have ball carrying ability, ball retention ability. But on top of that, maybe the most important ability of them all, and that's availability. We cannot PR our way through this. Gas the fans up with a big name, a famous name, who's aesthetically pleasing, who is going to miss half the season injured. The biggest reason that I didn't want Pogba to stay at Man United, remember what it was? Too injury prone. I can't believe Terry Flores doesn't want Neymar at Man United. Hasn't started more than 18 games ever for Paris Saint-Germain in the league. Why would I want to pay someone 900 grand a week to start less than half the season? It doesn't make any sense. If we had an endless budget and we had enough money to have someone like Neymar as a luxury player do it, but you can't buy Crocs. We have to stop this shit. Don't be dragged into this, Man United fans. We're in a bit of trouble at the start of this season. I understand the panic. I understand the PTSD. But we need the club to go out and buy another attacker that helps us in transitions, that isn't afraid to get the ball into that box early. We need Amrabat level, Amrabat style players. Maybe a Gravenberch, young, fresh, energetic, career ahead of him. Not someone who's been there, done it, worn the t-shirt. And if he's about to go to Saudi, that tells you that Verratti is essentially semi-retiring. That's what all the guys going out there are doing. Most of them. It's listen, I'm already rich, but this is beyond a pension plan. I go from being rich to being super rich. Where's his head at? Please don't do this, Manchester United. Honest to God, we are going to have egg on our faces and we are going to be embarrassed because of this. Trust me. Trust me on this one. Please don't do it. Like, I want your views. I want your opinions on this. Hit the like and share button. Please subscribe to The Terrace. See you all again soon. Peace.